Yeah, but should we chug one down to start the podcast?
I think you should.
I can't
Let's
chug
do
this.
All right, let's try it. To start off the podcast, let's try chugging. It's so cold, though, too. That's going to be hard.
I know. Ready? Here we go, boys.
Oh, my God, it's so cold.
I can't do it. It's fucking gross. What the fuck?
I got a little left.
I guess Droney's
Beer
another one
with
already.
a splash of spritzer. This is gross. If you drink 7 of these by the time we're done, I'll lick your asshole.
You got a deal.
I might not drink one. This is fucking gross.
What's this one you got me? Ruby grapefruit.
Ruby grapefruit.
Really?
It's so cold in my mouth, I can't even taste that.
It's got like that.
That's why he blows
funky.
people north of
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
Minnesota.
so cold there, you can't taste their dicks.
He's like, let's go to Fargo.
Hey, don't get wasted though, because I do want to play Warzone.
Oh, I won't. Are you guys ready to talk about you?
Absolutely.
Soldier Boy, tell him. But so today we're talking about You, Season 1, Episode 9, Candace. Did you like all the Candace shit we got this episode?
Yeah, I like the backstory.
That's really, really interesting, that stuff. Like, it almost seems like a different show.
Yeah, kind of. Like, because he's not after Beck anymore. He has Beck for like a whole 45 minutes.
A little bit longer, because it was from last episode continuing on.
Yeah, all right.
There's time jumps in this show. It's like it could have been months.
That's true.
By the way, people, we're recording this episode with Hess on Zoom, so you're going to see a lot more of me.
That is great.
Yeah, and whenever Hess talks, he'll pop up in the frame, but since I'm reading notes, I can just, anytime Hess is talking and I don't want to see him on camera, I can just start talking and it cuts him out.
Yeah, you can, and you can mute me. I believe you have the power to mute me if you'd like.
I got a lot of power this episode.
I don't know if I like this.
Hasn't he always had the power to meet you?
Yeah, but I'd have to hit a dial and other shit.
Yeah,
To meet him.
yeah. Now I think he just like touches the screen and he can shut me off. It's like pardon the interruption, not pardon the interruption. Around the horn.
Oh.
Yeah.
He hasn't seen either one of those. You could have just gone with part of the interruption.
You could have gone with the wind.
Yeah.
So
I started.
We are drinking White Claws this episode, and it's to prove that we're not going to get wasted drinking multiples of these. Nick seems to look like he just got done eating ass.
Yeah, that's what it tastes like a little.
Wow.
Whose ass can you compare it to?
Yours.
Okay, time to move on. You talk about eating your son's ass.
Wow.
Wow.
You brought it up.
I didn't bring up my asshole. I didn't say, hey, does that taste like my booty hole?
Yeah, you just did. What are you, stupid?
Okay.
I thought he was going to have like a story. Like, okay.
Well, I was gonna go off topic, but I was like, let's just get it rolling.
All right. So it starts off with Joe. He's working late. All of a sudden, he hears some giggling in the background. He sees it's Candace with some man. Looks like the man that we see later get pushed off a building.
It's like fucking Harvey Dent.
And then... That's a good one. But then suddenly, he's in his cage. He's yelling for Candace. He's saying he's sorry. He wakes up, and it's a nightmare. Or as Bert Kreischer would say, nightmare.
Nightmare?
Mm-hmm.
Nightmare.
Yeah, I was... Because his face was all fucked up.
Yeah, that guy's. I guess his head, he looked like Harvey Dent.
Yeah, is that your first Batman reference ever?
I do believe so. There were multiple references in this shit show of an episode that I actually got all 3 of them.
Well, what were they?
Well, they were HBO. Like a lot of them. The Jon Snow one?
Yeah, he does the Game of Thrones one. Did you know the Game of Thrones one before when you watched this originally?
I think we were done watching it, so yeah.
Oh, okay.
And then I've watched 2 of the Harry Potters, so I got the House of Slytherin. I got that one too.
Oh, those went right over my head.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's having nightmares about Candace all of a sudden.
I got the John Oliver reference.
Yeah, I bet you like that.
Well, yeah, I knew that too, obviously.
Yeah.
It'd be weird if you didn't get the John Oliver reference. It's like,
Because he's just
who's that?
He's just friends with him on Facebook.
Who?
It's really weird. You watch old BBC things and they have like ads in the beginning about BBC, and John Oliver's just a voice of it.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I did not know that.
Like any BBC DVD that I have, he's in the beginning talking.
He always jokes about how he's hated in England and he had to come over here.
There's a lot of people that like someone that's like there's an American that'll go to England and they'll be like super famous there because like they're the one Americans are on TV all the time.
Mm-hmm.
I've heard that John Oliver is like the guy here. We're like, oh, he's real famous and we all love him. And then he goes there and everyone's like, who cares?
Yeah, it's John Oliver.
Yeah.
But so pretty cool though.
Yeah. But Beck asked Joe about his past girlfriends because I kind of forgot that the last episode ended with Karen being like, hey, who knows? Maybe you'll turn up like Candace.
It was a little reversal of roles in this episode. Like Joe was
a little bit. He was kind of going about. Well, he was cleaning up his past a little bit.
But she was like stalking him.
Yeah.
Like when I thought it was cool when she like he gets up and says, oh, thank God you're sleeping. That whatever he said, the Ambien or whatever.
Yeah.
And then she kind of like opens her eyes like a crazy girl.
Mm-hmm.
But we should have planned better. We should have done 9 and 10 today.
We could have finished it today if we did that. It would have been easy. Like, I only probably had to take notes. We could have just talked about it.
I was just like, oh fuck. I'm like, oh yeah, this is shit. This is when shit gets really.
Yeah, when they got back home and like they were like after that argument, I was like, oh fuck, I didn't realize it's all in this episode.
Yeah, me too.
But she's like, oh, well, how many girlfriends did you have? You had that one, right? She went to like England or something. What was her name?
Oh yeah.
He's like, you know her name. I like that when like stuff's going on and he'll like, oh, you know what's going on. Oh, you heard my nightmare. Like he's like talking back to her. Then he's like, oh, I don't know. Like in real life, just pretending like he has no idea what's going on.
It is cool that he's commentating and talking at the same time.
Yeah, that's the stuff I really like this show does well.
Oh yeah.
I wish more like comic book shows did that with more voiceovers because like in the comics they have monologues and shit like that the whole entire comic. And like Arrow and Flash did that for like Arrow did it for most of the season. Flash did like an episode or two.
The problem is
but to me it makes sense in those shows to do it, and I think this show does it very well. And it is made partly by Greg Berlanti, which I think
it can go horribly wrong too.
It can be done very bad.
Yeah,
but I wish those shows did that a little more.
Could you imagine if we could hear Hetz's monologue?
I would actually really like that. If we're doing the podcast and in his head he's like, man, I wish John would just wrap this up so we could play Warzone.
Wow, it wouldn't always be about that, but we should look into doing something like that where we record a bunch of shit and then I'll just like come over and then I'll do like voiceover.
Yeah, and just like saying like what you're like.
He just wants to do a voiceover on anything.
Yeah, remember he wanted to do a voiceover on that dying pigeon that was in the front yard that looked like it just came out of a burning building. He told me in a video, so I videoed it for a while, and he's like, I'll come over one day and I'll do voiceovers for what we're thinking, and then we never did anything with it. I still have the footage, I think, on my hard drive.
Do you really?
Well, I think so. We could still fucking do it.
Good, yeah.
We could put it on your TikTok.
Yeah, the TikTok I don't have anymore.
Right. Well, yeah, I heard you deleted TikTok because you're afraid they're gonna get all your nudie pictures.
I wasn't afraid.
He's like, I got way too many dick pics. I gotta get this out here.
Yeah, I don't give a fuck. I'll send you a dick pic. you flaming fuck face.
You know what's cool about this that I could? Let me try something. See if this works right now.
Oh.
We're gonna. There's a lot of buttons here. I don't know if I could do this. I could share my screen, and then I could make Hess watch videos if I wanted to.
Oh, that's fucking.
Oh, cool. Fucking throw that guy like dropping the balls out of his asshole and stuff.
I've seen that.
Don't you want to see it again?
The funny thing was that Tom posted that on just like a random fucking post last night. Mm-hmm. Like he fucking put that, and like for whatever I can't remember what it was, but it was something like I clicked on it. And the top comment was that guy's fucking balls falling out of his ass.
Oh, really?
And it was nothing to do with comedy. Like, it was just a random fucking post. And I was like, what the fuck is this?
That's funny. Did you know about that post that the guy did it on New Year's and his balls dropped when it turned New Year's?
That's impressive.
Yeah, that's good timing. I don't know how you
that is fucking impressive. Like, I don't know. I haven't watched the interview yet, but
I watched it last night.
It's pretty impressive.
He's got more of it. There's one of them like he puts these like I guess it's glass cups in his asshole, something or like some of his other cups he need to sand down the edges, but he
sand.
Yeah, which I was like that's a bit extreme, but
the glass cup's not.
Well, but like Tom's like, are you prepared? Because like like one guy went jar, he puts it in his ass on a break, he's gonna pull out shards of glass and all that. But he does it. He had it anyways. Nothing bad happens. He does it. He has it just so it catches it. And he was sitting underneath like a kid's race car track, and it's going. Tom shows this stuff, but like you don't see it going into his butt. They have to cut it for YouTube, and it's going around the around the track, and then the car goes whoop, right into his ass, or someone hits like a golf ball, and it goes right into his hole. Wow. I guess you can watch all these on his Twitter.
Do you
follow
pay
him
for the $5 a month for YMH to get it early and to watch the uncensored shit?
No.
Abby does. Abby does.
Oh, she does. So she gets to see like all like the dirty shit they watch.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah.
They watched a lot of dirty shit in the last podcast.
Yeah, I don't know. It's like they've really shifted towards the dirty shit lately.
Yeah, they got that. I don't know if that guy's new or I haven't seen him on there before. But
Nick's going, what the fuck?
But like he put them like a bunch.
I know what it is.
A bunch of poop videos. Yeah. Like a girl. This we could end it here, then we can move on. They watched the video and they had to end it here, and his wife couldn't even watch it. She was blowing a corn cob, and then she put the corn cob in her ass, and it got covered in shit. And then she put it in her vagina, and then she put it back in her mouth, and then started eating the corn cob.
I don't like corn.
And they were like, yeah, that's not healthy. And he's like, definitely not the vagina. But then his wife kept saying, like, well, it's okay if she's eating it, because like eating your shit doesn't harm you. Which it doesn't. Like you, if you have a disease and you can get sick from it. But Tom was like, no, you can't keep saying that's okay. It's not okay.
No, it's not okay.
And she's like, well, you're saying two different things. Medically, it's okay, but obviously it's not okay. He's like,
I really think. Go ahead, keep going.
No, I was gonna say, obviously it's like it's if you're eating your shit, you're mentally ill.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think Nick would really enjoy a lot of the YMH stuff.
Yeah, I think he would too.
I don't know what that means.
I think he would love the Fed Smoker videos.
100%.
Mm-hmm.
One of these days we'll have to do a Fed Smoker tribute. And,
we could, but it's this guy, and
yeah,
and like I don't know if he was actually like they've said shit about him being like whatever his past job was, but he like some of the videos he'll go and like talk to like fake officers or whatever security guards.
He was a double secret agent spy.
Yeah, supposedly. He died here doing meth and shit like that, holding a jar of piss.
Up in Parker, Arizona.
Yeah, but like he goes up to random security guards and he'll just yell at them and shit like that, random people. And he's just a complete asshole, but he'll say the most absurd things.
Oh, really?
To them, yeah. And you know this guy's crazy. There's one video of him like he pulls out a knife and just cuts out his own tooth.
Jesus.
Or he'll lights his hair on fire.
And he's like combing it. He's like, keep feathering it, brother.
Yeah, it's weird. He's a weird guy, but I think you would enjoy his videos.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, I really do.
I feel like you would connect to him in some weird way.
Oh, he sounds like an idiot.
He brought a lot of pleasure to a lot of people.
Yeah, he really did. They all love him. So after back to you. After Beck is asking about his girlfriends, Joe says that he has to go run payroll, but not really. He's really going to therapy with Uncle Jesse. And he tells him that him and Ronaldo are back together, and that it turns out Ronaldo never cheated on him. That's interesting.
That's a damn shame.
But we get a Candace flashback, and we see Joe, first time they're meeting, and he's helping her bring all of her band equipment into the venue.
Yeah,
he's like a little pussy-whipped bitch.
It's the pot calling the kettle black. No, I'm just kidding. He falls in love like instantly.
Yeah. Well, that's what his therapist said. There's two versions of Joe. There's one that believes true love exists and all the shit, and then there's another one that's been very hurt. So anytime he like falls in love, he's like, "Oh, this is the one."
Yeah.
And I have to do everything in my power to make sure this happens.
Yeah.
And sometimes that's a bit much.
Well, so the guy that was following the girls around about Peach, does he come into play later? Because like,
I honestly forgot about this storyline until they brought it up on here. I was like, who is this guy?
Yeah,
and I said
me too.
And I was like, oh yeah, okay.
Good luck with him. Like if he's talking to say Lynn and the other girl. I just remember her eyebrows.
Hess said her name and it sounded racist when he said it, but I can't think of what it is.
Lynn?
No, the other girl, Annika.
What did he call her?
Yeah.
How did you say?
Annika. I said Annika.
Yeah, but you said it very slow.
Annika. It's Annika. Annika.
Okay.
Real quick, why don't you tell Nick what did your friend call his girlfriend Monica?
Monica. Hold on. I got somebody knocking on my door. Hold on.
Come on, knock on my door. We've been waiting for you.
Fucking maintenance man's here.
Maintenance man? Ooh, we're gonna. Hey, you wanna fix my pipes, motherfucker?
Wow.
Show him a little titty and whatnot. Where were we? Oh yeah, we're right where what you were just asking about. So Beck and her friends are making fun of Candace's Instagram. Like, oh my god, she takes so many selfies.
Okay, so here's what I'm thinking. So like, it's those two. They're getting talked to by this girl. Obviously, he's gonna talk to Beck eventually. Mm-hmm. But if she's not around, how's he gonna talk to her? Wouldn't he talk to the boyfriend?
You think so?
Okay, that's all I'm asking.
You're
not allowed to help.
Well, I can't tell you anything.
Fucking.
But so then we meet the private dick investigating Peach's death. Apparently, her family doesn't believe it was a suicide, and I invited a guy and hired a guy to investigate her death.
Were you thinking of the word hired?
Well, because I said invited, and then I was like, what is the right word there? You know what that just reminded me of?
No.
So Hess, have you heard of that Netflix show Unbelievable?
Oh my
Unbelievable.
God.
Have you heard about it?
I have not heard about it.
It's the girl from Booksmart and many other things. And it's about she gets raped and no one believes her. And we were talking about it in the car because I brought up that there's fan castings for her to be in the Last of Us HBO show. And I thought that was very good casting.
Okay.
And when I was talking about it, Nick was like, what is that show she's in? And I was like, oh, it's Irresistible. You know the show where she gets raped? It's Irresistible.
Right. Yeah.
And he goes, it's not that show. And I go, no, I think it is. He goes, Jerome, think about what you're saying.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh. Yeah, you might be right. Okay. It might not be called Irresistible.
Yeah. Let me see. What? It's on, this is on Netflix?
Yeah.
It's a show.
Yeah, they were gonna call it She's Asking for It, but they thought that was bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, you think a little bit.
What was she wearing? Was another one they were gonna go with, but Jerome was going with Irresistible.
I don't know why Irresistible fits so well to me. And then once you said that, I was like, why did I think that?
I think we all know.
Nothing wrong with that. It's okay. We all make mistakes.
Who's the other guy that has the inner monologue? I'm going to get my panties. Joe. So you're Psycho.
Oh, they should recreate Psycho with him.
With Joe?
Yeah.
Where's his mom?
Wow.
Who would play if you were gonna cast Psycho right now and he was gonna be Norman Bates? Who would you cast as the mom right now?
I don't know.
You know who could do it? Jane Lynch.
No. What Allison Janney?
Who's that?
Is that right, Nick?
Yeah. She's in that show. I think it's called Mom, actually.
Oh, is she the mom and mom to...
Yeah. Did you see the Tanya Harding movie?
Yeah, she won an Academy Award for that.
Oh, I could see that.
She's the mom in the Tanya Harding movie.
Oh, okay.
Is the mom even in Psycho?
I mean, not really. Like,
it's just him dressed up as her.
But don't you see like the skeleton?
I was just watching her in something.
You could see flashbacks, I guess.
I watched... Abby watched The Help, and she wanted me to watch it with her. And she's in that movie.
Did you like the part where they shit in was it the pie or brownies or something, and they give it to them?
Yeah.
I could see Hess pulling something like that.
I love the pettiness, baby. I love the pettiness.
So after that, Beck asked Ethan about Candace, and he doesn't really say much except that it got really, really dark for Joe and wore the same sweatpants every day for a week. And
she was really vague for someone who was talking shit when she was drunk.
Yeah,
she was digging.
No, this is Ethan. This isn't that girl. This is Ethan.
My bad.
But yeah, she was like, oh, I don't know. It was just like, you know,
I was so wasted.
Yeah. Becca's also his fucking table is so squeaky.
You were the one that wanted this table.
Beck
drag my ass to Walmart.
Let's get another table. This one will squeak perfect. I hate you. We got a Christmas flashback with Candace, and he gives her Wuthering Heights. And we keep seeing little cuts. And he's like cutting the book apart, and then he's putting in a new cover. Then he's asking her, has his maintenance man's back.
Be right back.
BRB.
Raspberry. That's got to be better than lime, right?
I do gotta say these are a little stronger than I give them credit for.
Strong? They're fucking gross.
They are gross.
It's like I'm drinking tonic water.
He's gonna come back in, but I'm just gonna try to keep it going.
Oh, okay.
I'm doing a podcast where we talk about shit a lot.
But so he put the book on a new cover because you see it's all torn and all this stuff. He like basically makes a new version of the book.
Yeah, that was kind of cool actually.
Yeah, and then
for bookmaking.
Yeah, and we see him asking about Elijah also, and then after all the flashbacks, it gets to him in normal time, and he puts it in the discount rack. So he's kind of clearing all his Candace past to try to hide all the evidence he can.
Yeah, he should have cleared his Beck past.
You think he? Fuck it. I wrote down in my notes literally when Paco shows up. Fucking Paco, he's got to ruin everything.
He's a little bit.
But he does do one thing later on to redeem himself. I'll give him that. Beck asked the girl from the party a few episodes ago about Candace now, and she says that Candace's brother thinks that she's dead, and she isn't surprised that Joe and her didn't work. And then she also mentions that, like, yeah, obviously she cheated on him and all this shit like that, but...
Was that your butthole?
No, he sneezed.
Oh.
Yeah. Yep, that's my beehole.
Did you listen to anything I said?
Yeah, I listened to everything you said.
Okay, well, what are your thoughts?
I don't have any. I'm just kidding. No, I did like, so... Benji wasn't his first killing. So that was bullshit.
Apparently.
So... He probably...
I mean, is that guy dead, or is he, like, brain dead in an area? No, he's dead.
He's dead.
Yeah.
He fell fucking 6 stories to his death. Hey man, you want a bump?
He offered him a bump. He was nice.
Girls are bitches.
I like that. Bitches be bitches. What are you gonna do? Sounds like something Hess would say.
It does sound like something Hess would say.
I knew you were gonna say that.
I mean, come on.
Bitches are like that, dude. Come on.
It's not like, or like he gets killed in War and he's like, fucking bitches be bitches, man.
No, actually, he's usually like, you beep 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 fucker.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, it's a 4-year-old to just kill you.
Oh, look, he's gonna give him a smooch goodbye. Goodbye, maintenance man. We're just gonna hear in the background. Hurry up, man! I got a podcast.
Lay down, relax. All gone.
Did you say all gone?
Everything's gone. Lay down.
Oh my god!
Huh? What's so fucking?
We were talking about you go giving the maintenance man a kiss goodbye, and then all of a sudden you go lay down, relax.
It's all gone.
Wow.
Oh, that was perfect timing.
Yeah, that's great.
So where were we on here? She was asking the girl from the party about.
So
it.
did he kill his?
Yeah.
Did he kill her brother?
As far as I'll tell you, as far as I know, no.
I don't know if I trust you.
As far as I know, no.
Because he brought up that he's tried to commit suicide like 6 times, and I was like, oh, that's an easy person to kill.
There's also theories, because we don't know the answer to it either, that he put Mr. Mooney in the state he is now.
Yeah, absolutely.
There's theories about that, but there's no confirmation.
I believe it.
At least in my.
That's the first reaction I had.
Was that he did that? You kind of get that because he's like.
Yeah.
Doing that, like giving a thumbs up and being weird.
And he kind of like, he was just.
What do we think of the timeline? Like he did that pretty quick after killing that guy.
Well, the Candace timeline was quicker than I thought too.
Yeah, because he's like, and then he met Ethan's like, then he met you, and everything was all better.
Yeah, I was like, whoa! I thought like she was like a couple years ago or something. It was like,
yeah, I always did. I kind of forgot it was honestly that quick.
Yeah. So I wonder if there's someone before Candace. They're like, you're gonna turn into Guinevere. Oh, that's her name. Never mind.
So Joe meets Elijah on the rooftop and confronts him about Candace.
I got a question about that.
When he met him up there first, were you thinking this was present day, or did you think it was flashback? Until he said my girlfriend.
Oh no, I thought it was a flashback.
Oh, okay. When I first saw this, I thought, wow, he tracked him down now?
Oh, really?
Yeah, I thought that.
No, but my question is, if someone accuses you of sleeping with their girlfriend, and you're sitting on the edge of a building, wouldn't you?
I would get off the edge of the building.
Yeah.
I also probably wouldn't do blow on the edge of the building because I'm clumsy, and I'd be right off that fucking thing.
You're clumsy?
Yeah. Last podcast, I fell over walking to the chair to sit down, and I haven't had any White Claws in me.
What have
How
you?
many have you drank?
Dose.
1.5 now.
How many have you drank?
1. I'm like a swig left.
Yeah, here, I'll finish this one.
All right, want me to get you another one? You're gonna suck tonight. Oh, that didn't sound good.
That sounded awful.
Yeah. It had that taste. Awful.
That was bad. No, they're not good. I don't know why people love them.
Next week we should just get 40s.
Because they're 100 fucking calories and they don't get fat off of them.
I guess that's true.
If you drink 12, you will. Is that loud enough?
If that's all you eat and drink all day, it's only 1,200 calories. It's well under your 2,000 calories.
Did you eat lunch today?
I'm just saying.
Actually, I only ate one thing today. So.
What flavors have you had? Oh, you haven't had raspberry.
I had ruby grapefruit and blackberry.
Black cherry.
Berry.
Black cherry.
Berry. Will you quit throwing ice at me?
I didn't throw it.
You did. I watched you do it.
Oh.
What do you got now? Lemon?
No, I just gave him raspberry.
Raspberry. I'm gonna let my
the raspberry's way better than the lime.
It smells a lot better.
It still tastes disgusting.
This says 1,100 calories, 2 carbs, 100 calories, made pure, 2 carbs, gluten free.
Oh, I didn't know they were low carb.
Yeah, you could just drink these every day.
I wouldn't want to. They're fucking. It's not worth it.
So there you go.
So Joe meets Elijah on the rooftop. He confronts him about Candace. Elijah tells Joe that Candace was on him from the second. Dude, he's like, dude, she never even mentioned you. Dude, I had no idea, man. He seems pretty genuine.
You think he was being honest?
Yeah, I think he was. Yeah,
he seemed pretty. Yeah. He seemed just like a cokehead.
He was a dick still because he was.
Yeah. Like immediately after that, like Joe was like maybe going away. And in my mind watching this, Joe was like, okay, this guy's an asshole, but whatever. And the guy does a bump, and he's like, oh, the guy's on drugs. I could easily probably push him off the roof, and people would think he was on drugs and fell off.
Right.
I think if the guy didn't do the bump, Joe wouldn't have killed him. But then he does a bump, and he's like, hey, you want a bump? Bitches be bitches.
Yeah. Well, once he started talking shit, I knew. Well, I mean, I figured he was gonna kill him anyways. But I think he's gonna kill everybody. I was surprised he didn't kill Uncle Jesse.
Yeah, me too. But so Beck calls. Well, you know what I wrote down here?
No.
Beck calls Candle's brother.
That might just be a typo.
That's a new character in the show. Beck calls Candace's brother, pretending to be Beck or Candace. Sorry. And
what's his name? Jimmy? Jimmy Beck?
Yeah. No, Jimmy.
No, Beck is the person calling.
Yeah.
Jimmy Stones or something.
Yeah, Stones, something like that. But the hospital tells her that he's been dead for 6 months now, and they tried calling Candace, but she did not answer.
I wonder why she didn't answer. That's weird.
I could give you the answer.
Okay.
But I won't. You'll know in 2 episodes.
2?
Maybe not 2 episodes. You'll know in a bit. Later, Joe gets home, and Beck says that she needs to know what happened to Candace. She starts going off on him. There's no evidence of her in Italy. She knows that Elijah is dead.
So this is after she's turned into detective Instagram.
Yeah, and she's like...
I did like how she's trying to find all this shit, and she got all, like, detective-like. But it was weird that she did all of her investigation on Instagram and Facebook. Drum's drunk. He's spilling.
I took 1 sip and spilled on myself. It's not a big deal. I do that drinking Red Bulls.
This is true.
But yeah, so she does that, and then Joe tells her that Jimmy thought that he was a Russian spy. He starts going on, he committed suicide, blah, blah, blah. He tried to commit suicide, all these other things. And then he shows her Candace's new Instagram that most likely he made.
Yeah, how did he do that?
He probably made it a long time ago in case of something like this.
That's why he went to Italy?
It's stuff like this that he does, and I'm like, oh, he's so smart. And then sometimes he'll just be like, oh, what?
That was your mess up.
What?
So
I didn't have an example.
So he went to Italy after Candace. Isn't that a thing in the show?
That's what he said.
Right. So he went there, held up her dead body like fucking Weekend at Bernie's, and then
he's
took
like
selfies.
No, I'm sure it's just Photoshop in all different places.
That should be a song.
It's just Photoshop in all different places.
Yeah.
It's just Photoshop in all different places.
Maybe have someone else get a crack
in all different places.
Or how about an entanglement?
Oh yeah, Will Smith put some modern day shit into here. Did you see all those videos?
No.
Will Smith and Jada Pinkett Smith?
No.
They're split up, but maybe back together. But a few months ago, miraculously around the time that people thought that he was having sex with Margot Robbie, she wasn't feeling like she was in a good relationship, and she went with another guy. What was his name? Was like Isaiah or
August Alsina.
August. Like there you go. And she was like, he was just in like an entanglement. He was in a relationship.
Yeah, he's like,
They're-
entanglement.
And then he goes, I'm gonna get back at you, and she's like, it's not about getting back at people. He's like, well, it is for me.
Oh,
Yeah.
they're fucking weird.
Did you see the remix or whatever? There's like tons of remixes on. They made like a song out of that shit. I was dying.
I did not, but I need to see that.
They're weird.
I'll find it afterwards and I'll send it to you.
Yeah.
They're not all there.
I saw a video like of the top 10 like biggest mistakes of Will Smith. First was his son. With like pink hair and a grill and all that shit. And then there was like that movie that him and his son did and something else. And then the last thing on the list was that he supposedly didn't sleep with Margot Robbie.
I mean, if I'm Will
Robbie.
Smith,
There's all kinds of videos of him.
what'd you say?
Or pictures. What?
I would cheat on anyone with Margot Robbie.
How about Margot Robbie?
Say what now?
Would you cheat on Margot Robbie with Margot Robbie?
Yeah, say you're dating Margot.
Yeah.
Say you're dating Margot Robbie, and and another universe version of her shows up. Would you risk your relationship to be with another Margot Robbie?
I'd try to get him in a threesome. Is that weird?
What if you got confused? What if you got confused on who was
Who
who?
cares?
That reminds me. I'm gonna talk about this for a second. We watched all the VHSs. Me, Taylor, and Victoria.
I don't know what that is.
They're horror movies that are anthologies. Like they have different directors create each different thing, but then in between them, there's like a stitching storyline that it doesn't matter. You're just watching a bunch of horror movies and
I don't mean to interrupt you,
Uh-huh.
but when you finish all those movies, do you ever feel like, God, that was a waste of time?
No, because they're fun. The first two were actually pretty decent. The third one, worst piece of garbage I've ever seen, I think. Except for one short in there that was fucking hilarious. It's these Mexican kids, and they're skateboarding in this area, and they have this guy that they call, what do they call him?
Abuelito?
No, it was something money. Like gas money. They called him Gas Money and Camera Guy. And that was with them, and they go to this area that there was like a pentagram painted there and all this shit, and like blood, something spilled on it, and like non-stop these like guys in like hoods were coming to them to fight them, and they were just beating the shit at them with their skateboards, skating back and forth. It was like the weirdest shit ever, but we were dying laughing. It was like the weirdest and funnest thing to watch.
That's weird.
And then all of a sudden at one point, the best line, the guy goes, "Oh, like this calm. Oh shit, dude, they killed Camera Guy and Gas Money." And then went on back to killing people. But those were awful. I don't remember what Hess said to make me bring those up.
Uh-oh. White Claw's kicking in.
I didn't say anything.
No,
Nick asked.
No, you said something, and I thought of VHS, and now I can't remember why I brought up VHS.
That's called
Hey,
rambling.
I told you I want to fucking play Warzone there, Bubba Chuckles.
I'll play War. I'm fine. I just don't remember why I started talking about VHS. Moral of the story is VHS 1 and 2 are good, and 3 sucks balls.
We were talking about having sex with Margot Robbie.
Oh, there you go. Thank you.
Wow.
In VHS 3, there's a storyline that started off, we're like, oh, this could be interesting. This guy's working in his basement, his wife gets home, she goes to bed, and he's continuing working in his basement. He gets this thing and opens up like a little door to another universe.
I hate it when that
happens.
happens.
And he sees himself in the recording, like, oh, hey, let's switch into each other, like, just for 10 minutes, let's just go in each other's universe.
Why?
And my first thought was, I would not fucking trust me from another universe. No way in hell.
I don't trust you from this universe.
And the other guy goes to his universe, and he's like walking up, and the normal dude sees the other guy's picture in his house, and it's him like doing like a satanic thing, and he's like, that's weird. And then the weird guy goes up and sees the guy like having like a normal family portrait, and goes, this fucking guy, and goes in the guy's office, and he starts, or in the guy's bedroom, starts taking pictures of his wife and all this shit. And the other guy gets home, and the wife is like, it seems like setting up like some group sex with these guys, and he's like, this is really weird in the other universe. And then all of a sudden, cut back to the weird guy in the normal universe.
I'm so lost right now.
No,
Okay.
The other guy is in the normal universe now.
Okay.
And he zips down his pants, pulls him down, and a fucking weird-ass monster dick comes out with a mouth and starts screaming like it's going to eat the wife. And then it cuts away from that guy. You don't see that for a bit. And the other guy's freaking out because it's a weird Earth, and like there seems like they're having like threesomes in with his wife, and nothing's the same. And he runs outside. There's like a giant blip, like in Bioshock, flying overhead. And he's like, "This is weird."
Yeah.
And the guys left threesome because the guy didn't want to blow them or whatever. So then they were leaving, and then they go to yell at him, and they pull out their weird monster penises at him, and he's like, "What the fuck?" And he runs inside, and he manages to escape after shoving the wife away and all this stuff. And the guy tries to stab him, but because they both insulted each other's wives, their wives end up like killing them. And that was like the whole plot in VHS 3, and in like that storyline. But your Margot Robbie thing reminded me of that shitty storyline with her.
Jesus fucking Christ.
But it was really weird.
I'm sorry I brought it up.
It's a fun movie. Those are fun movies to watch. Three is the worst, but 1 and 2 are pretty good. 1 starts off a little shaky because the guy is like, forcibly making girls show their tits and shit. But once you get past that, they're great.
What's wrong with that?
They were irresistible.
But those are pretty good movies. And you guys want to continue on with you?
Yeah, sure.
I only have like 5 more notes to read, but they're pretty long. So Joe takes Beck back to where him and Candace, or he went to after Candace left and all that. We see a flashback of him showing up to Mr. Mooney saying that he killed the guy, and he takes his clothes and he's like, some people deserve to die and it's okay. If you don't tell anybody, you'll be fine. All this
creepy.
Shit. A little bit.
I
actually forgot about this, and then it reminded me when Hess said, "Oh, that guy's his mentor," in like episode 1 of the podcast. Remember?
Yeah.
And then so now it's present day. Joe shows back Mr. Mooney and says that he took him in when he was Paco's age and taught him everything he knows, and he's also real fucked up.
I think this might be my favorite episode so far.
This was a lot of shit happened. This was a real good episode.
Because it revealed a lot of stuff.
I'm really interested to see if you like season 2 more than this. Because I personally did. We watched season 2 real fast. But I like season 2 a lot more than this, even though this is really good.
I agree.
To me, oh my lord.
Oh, wow, Hess.
I
haven't seen the Hess cam in a bit. He looks real sexy.
He turned into the Joker for a second. Jesus. The only thing I have against this show is a little CW-ish at times.
I think that's because it was on Lifetime originally. It's
right.
Not that way to me when it's on Netflix.
Like season 2?
Yeah.
Yeah. And it didn't feel... We could all 3 do it from the shower, just FaceTime.
Okay.
How funny would
problem
that
is when I FaceTime, I dick time.
Okay, so I will admit the White Claws are stronger than I give them credit for.
No sniping for Jerome
but
today.
I'll be fine playing Warzone. It'll be no big deal.
Okay.
I can still read. They're just stronger than I give them credit for.
Well, I hope we can still read.
They might be strong, but they're fucking gross.
Yeah, they're not.
They don't taste
They're
good.
not enjoyable to drink.
No.
They're not a good taste.
I would rather have a cider or a beer or...
You know what I want? I want to go to Winco and they have Kinkies in Smirnoff sized bottles there.
I was going to buy them today when I went and thought, let's make this podcast kinky.
You should have. Because we want to get me into... If you put Kinky and Sunny D together, also with Hypnotic or Sunny D together, that's like the best drink you could make.
Actually, that's not true.
It is so good.
Hypnotic and Chronic was the best drink ever.
They don't make Chronic anymore, unfortunately.
That can't help that.
Yeah. So let's finish this up real quick. Beck gets a text from Fox, and Joe asks if that's Emma. She gets a little confused.
She's a horrible liar here.
What?
Does that make her a good actress?
Yeah, I think so. I haven't seen that other movie. That's the only thing I've seen her in. I haven't seen her in the Tom Segura movie where she's supposed to die and all that shit. She gets text messages when she's going to die.
Yeah.
He's in a movie?
It's called.
He's in a lot of movies. He's in a movie with Mark Wahlberg.
What is it?
Mark Wahlberg.
What's the name of the movie?
I don't know.
I've never seen that Mark Wahlberg movie.
But
All in the Family Now.
All in the Famine?
Was he saying the name of the movie, or was he just singing the line?
I think he said All in the Famine. So, like, apparently everyone's hungry?
All in the Family Now.
Oh, family. They said famine.
Sucker.
Everybody's hungry now. All in the Famine now.
All in the Famine Now.
This motherfucker.
I'm looking at Tom Segura's IMDb. I'll tell you what he's in. Yeah,
it's like
Instant Family.
Instant Family.
Oh, so you were just singing.
Oh, you know what's interesting? I don't know if this is real or not here, but it says he's in the Two Bears, One Cave TV series coming up.
Huh. That's interesting.
Huh.
Yeah. All right, let's get back to the podcast.
Okay.
So she says that Emma's thinking about moving to New York City. Joe in a voiceover says that, yeah, I scoured your social media. Emma does not exist. You don't have a friend named Emma. That was a good cover-up before, but not now.
Yep.
And then he tells her the alarm...
I think Emma means Jesse.
Maybe. The alarm is going off at the store, so he needs to go get it. And like she's like, oh, I'll go with you. And he's like, whatever, bitch.
Which was a lie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But so he goes to the store, he grabs a gun, he starts saying all the mistakes he's made in his life, waiting for his parents. He's thinking his parents would come back for him, all these other things. And then he says if he doesn't follow his instincts, everything goes to shit. So then he throws Uncle Jesse against a fence at gunpoint, goes through his phones, confirms that it is Beck. For some reason, lets him live. And
does he kill him later?
No, I'll tell you. I'll honestly tell you no. You never single Jesse again, I believe.
What if I watch Full House?
Well, then you might see him.
Okay, so don't lie to me.
He walks away saying that he'll get what's coming to him. This is between him and Beck.
I like that kind of because it wasn't. I mean, it was his fault, and he did say he had a family and kids and stuff. But it's not. Like
I do think if he went to mention that, Joe might have just popped him in the
But
head.
it's not like Joe's Batman where he's like, "Oh, you got a family." You know what I mean? So like, but I did like. I don't know. I like the fact that he's just between me and her. And then when she turns on him, I liked how he has to fight for himself.
Yeah.
Although we really didn't see it this episode.
But so then he confronts Beck about sleeping with Uncle Jesse, and it goes surprisingly well. She talks to I loved you, and I didn't know what to do with that love, so I just fucked my therapist.
I was very disappointed in this.
It's because she's like, I love you, and he's like, what?
Yeah.
You love me? Gee, shucks.
All turned on and swanked out.
Yeah, it's like when I tell Hess, oh, that was a good kill in Warzone, and he's like, what?
Wow.
I got 4 kills. You should be happy for me.
Yeah. Meanwhile, I end the game with 13. He doesn't say shit.
Yeah.
Eat a dick, you fucking bitch.
So the next morning, Joe wakes up. He goes to get breakfast. Beck's super happy. She's texting out her friend.
Maybe he should have just made some toast.
Yeah.
Fucking Paco.
Yeah, that's my next thing. I literally wrote down, fucking Paco knocks on the door, ruins everything, and gives Beck Joe's book back and says that, oh yeah, I forgot it was in the ceiling. You know, Joe told me that was a good place. She's like, what?
To be fair, Paco didn't know he's a dickhead.
He is so fucking annoying.
But he didn't know
Yeah, I know, and he ruined it, but yeah, he didn't know he was
And
ruining
then, okay, so I know he's not a serial killer because he's only killed 3 people and he didn't kill anyone before Benji. That was his first one. He's fucking got mementos of all the people he's killed up in that thing.
Yeah.
He's a total trophy fucking hound.
Yeah.
He's a serial killer.
Yeah.
How many qualifies to become a serial killer?
I think it's 3.
3, yeah, okay. So then, yeah, he's a serial
So I got 1 to go.
You might have to call your mom.
Oh, which, by the way, you're welcome.
You're thanked.
We went through hell last night, and so you didn't have to do anything this morning.
What the fuck are you talking about?
Your TV and your Xbox were being a piece of shit last night.
What were they doing?
We tried to watch we didn't get to finish the Golden State Killer documentary.
Oh, it was really good last night.
We watched like 20. I couldn't tell you a single fucking thing that happened because they were talking, and then all of a sudden, and then they'd continue and then they would continue with their conversation, and we were like, what? And they kept doing that, and we're like, what the fuck is happening? And we thought it was the TV, so I unplugged the TV, plugged it back in, did all this shit, and then your Xbox had no audio, so then I restarted your Xbox, and then TV was doing it again. So it took us, it was 11:45 until we got to watch something last night, because we kept having to fucking troubleshoot shit.
Really?
And then eventually we just said, fuck it, we're watching Pretty Little Liars. There's 3 episodes of Pretty Little Liars.
Wait, that doesn't make any sense.
Because we were halfway through the documentary. We were like, we weren't even into it because we didn't know what was going on.
Oh, it was so good last night.
We were going to go back and watch it, but we were so annoyed.
Perry Mason was good too. Hess, did you watch Perry Mason?
I didn't, not yet.
It was pretty good. A lot of dicks. A couple dicks in this episode.
Lovely.
Yeah. Detectives and cocks.
We were trying to fix it because I knew in the morning you would come out there and it wouldn't work, and you wouldn't know, it'd be broken and all.
Yeah, no, you guys have to watch my shit. Fucking cocks.
Well, we're out in the living room and it just didn't work. It was so fucking annoying.
I'm glad it did to you instead of me.
Yeah. Fucking asshole. It was weird because I turned off the TV and it wasn't doing it on YouTube on the TV. It was just your Xbox. So we're like, okay, it was even doing it switching between apps, making weird noise, and then all of a sudden the TV was doing it. So I unplugged the TV, and once I did that, your Xbox had no sound whatsoever. So I plugged in the cable box, and the cable box had perfect sound, not a problem. And I was like, what the fuck is happening? And then eventually we fixed it and everything was fine.
So when did you fix...
Hopefully Nick's Xbox doesn't break.
I've been on it all day.
It works fine for him. We're trying to watch a documentary. And we were going to finish Pretty Little Liars, but it took us an hour to be able to watch things, so we couldn't.
When did you fix Taylor's hatchback?
Last night. Before that, and then I fixed her light bulb this morning. I actually fixed her car. She was like, oh, apparently she told Victoria she knew that I'd be able to fix it, and I did.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
You want to graver it?
No, I'm drinking a raspberry.
I'm not drinking this. It's fucking gross.
Get a different flavor.
I'm going to, but I can't see.
Yeah, I had to jam the screwdriver into her latch and pry it open.
Black cherry. I was impressed. You fixed her hatchback.
Yeah, I was impressed too. I had to sit in. It was disgusting. We had to put her seats down. She had to sit down on the back, and it was just covered in ass sweat. And I had to sit in her ass sweat to fix the.
Wait, what?
Because her car, it's like 109 outside, and we're sitting inside her fucking hot car.
It was
fixing the trunk to get open.
The sad thing is, it's fucking 109 at 9 o'clock at night.
Yeah. It was fucking terrible. We'll finish this up real quick, and then we can all go play games. So Joe goes gets breakfast. Paco shows up being an asshole.
He's not being an asshole.
He's an asshole. Fuck Paco.
Oh, the black cherry one's good.
I had a black cherry was the first one I had, and I didn't taste it because I chugged it.
Oh.
So she goes. She says it's a good place to hide things. So Beck goes into the bathroom. She decides that she wants to check, if Joe has anything. She grabs his box, and she's like, "Oh," and she opens it up, and she finds her panties, Peach's journal, her phone, Candace's necklace, Benji's phone, and some teeth. She freaks out. And
Whose teeth were they?
Benji's, I believe. Remember, he said that he's gonna knock out his teeth.
Oh yeah. Why'd he keep him, serial killer?
Yeah, he's serial killer.
Yeah, because you can't ID the body without teeth or something like that.
Exactly.
What if they got a weird penis?
Like I said, the only way they could recognize Ryan Dunn because the crash and all that was tattoos. So if you take out his teeth, you can't recognize him.
But wasn't it his car and he was?
Oh, didn't they say Benji was dead? Didn't she read that online?
Benji's never been. No, he went away.
Oh, he just disappeared. That's what it was. Okay. So Beck goes. Yeah, she does that, and then Beck panics. She wants to leave. She's sweeping up the stuff, cuts her finger, goes to leave, and then Joe's like, "Oh, I'll help you." And just sit down, be calm. Goes in the bathroom, finds a tooth on the floor, and is like, "Oh fuck!" She knows. Slams the door in her face, and we get a little flashback in between here of Candace trying to leave. He gives her the book. He's trying to calm her down. She leaves anyways, and then Beck wakes up in the cage. That's
Didn't you want to just keep watching, Nick?
I did. I wanted to continue.
I honestly didn't. But
Really?
only because I know we're doing a podcast about each one. So I was like, oh, so some shit. So I assume he kills her next episode. Because there's a fucking different girl on the fucking season 2. Or when you hit play, it's some other girl.
Yeah, I really wish
it's some other you.
I will be 100% honest with you.
Yeah.
Since you've seen that girl, I like her 110% more than Beck.
Big time.
But here's my thing is, you at the beginning of this podcast you were calling me out saying that, oh yeah, you think you know shit. I don't know anything. I'm just guessing. I'm guessing he kills her next episode after he probably hems and haws and hoops and poops and all that shit. I don't know.
Hems and haws and hoops and hoops.
Hoops and poops.
That sounds like Hess.
Yeah, and then he goes, you. I have enjoyed this season. I'm glad we're doing a podcast on something else.
I have a proposition for you guys for the second season.
A preposition?
A proposition.
Oh, I was like 4.
We could do Stranger Things next.
I would be down.
I don't know if we would theorize on that as much. Like I said, I wanted to.
I think it'd be fun to do.
But I think Stranger Things would be real fun to do.
I think it'd be fun to do too.
Because you've only seen season 1, right, Hess?
Yeah, I've only seen season 1.
It's real good. And I know we got a lot of views doing it before, and season 4 should be coming up real soon. I think season 4 is only going to have 8 or 9 episodes.
I'd be down to do Stranger Things. I was kind of disappointed when we didn't do Stranger Things.
I was a little bit, but I was also excited because we're doing this,
I wasn't excited for this at all, but I have enjoyed it so far. I think that he's going to kill her next episode in the place, and I think I assume, Hess, this is what you meant when you were like, isn't it weird you brought her dinner and then it's in this park? Right?
Maybe.
No, I'm just saying it.
Yeah,
it's good. It's fine. It's not like it's a.
It was a little bit of a Bobby moment.
Right. That's what I meant. That's all I wanted. But it's not like it was leading to this anyway.
But you did already ask 4 episodes, but prior to that, about the other girl in the cover for season 2.
Well, yeah. Fuck, I can't. That's not my fault.
No, it's
that's Netflix's fault.
We almost actually wanted to buy you with this at Zia's.
So I wouldn't see it.
You wouldn't see any of that shit because it was
It'd probably be better.
It was like $5 at Zia's.
But then again, if you think about it, the way this show goes, it doesn't make sense for Like, where would they go if she's still there?
100%. Taylor has the books. I kind of would rather listen to like an audio version of it. I feel like that'd be kind of fun. But Taylor says the book is really interesting. You want to know something really interesting about the book? Paco's not in it. He's made up for the TV show.
Oh, that's why you hate him.
Why? I've never read the book.
You hate him.
He's. I liked him a lot watching this originally, but rewatching it, he does nothing for the story.
His eyes were a little weird this episode. He was.
I think he's on drugs like his mom.
Yeah, I think he. Like,
oh my god!
I think he copped a little.
He's doing smack like her.
No, but I mean, so 9 episodes in, I've enjoyed this. I watched this, and then I watched 2 episodes of Saul, getting ready for our...
I haven't watched Saul yet, but I'm going to.
You haven't watched either one?
I need to.
Oh, my Lord.
We're doing the podcast tomorrow.
I watched episode 1 and 2.
Oh, people watching this. I did record yesterday the first video episode of If You Know Me, Don't Listen to This.
My trouble seems so
Won't be damned.
Yeah.
Won't be watching.
Yeah, I watched it yesterday. And at one point I said, if you know me here, do not listen.
Could you explain that? Because that makes no sense to me.
I still have not listened to the first one.
I didn't. No. I was like, fuck him. I know him. I'm not listening.
Yeah, but what?
You're probably talking about me, cock. Limp fucking cock.
I didn't even touch that microphone. Well, I just thought it'd be interesting because, if I bring up personal things and someone brings up something, I partly got the idea because Macy would come over and be like, "Oh yeah, I watched your video," and it would be so anonymous with it, I wouldn't know what she's talking about. She would just say your video as if I knew.
And that happens a lot.
And then people saying that, so I was like, "Oh, well, what if I did a podcast where the goal is if you know me, just don't listen to it." That's just the name, but because I thought that'd be a catchy name. If someone,
it's catchy.
If someone's going through YouTube, they might see that and be like,
"I get it," but you just lost a listener because I'm not going to listen to it.
Well, if I named it, "Hey, if your name is Nick, listen to this," you wouldn't listen to it anyways.
That's true.
But it was a catchy name, and I also thought I don't know, I thought it would fit.
So I've also been thinking about the replicables.
You have your white claws up there. I'm gonna put mine up here.
Replicables.
Mm-hmm.
What if we invite Mima to do training day and we go to her house and do it?
And Hash shows up in person, or we have him on here?
No, we have Hash show up in person.
Okay, I'd be cool with that, and just do it as a real replicable.
What?
What did I name it?
Random replicable. Oh my god.
Random replicable. Yeah. I like it.
Well, here's the thing. So we were doing the replicables. What were we doing? 20 years.
Yeah.
Everything that comes out in 2000. And it was cool. I liked it. I had fun. And then we stopped because you're a dick.
No, it had nothing to do with it. You just said that me and Taylor were sick of it. We had 5 movies lined up to do, and you said we were sick of it, so I don't know where that came from.
No, but we never watched the movies. We never set up the next one.
We get distracted doing you and shit like that. It just got pushed back a week or so.
A week? It's been 4 months.
I know, but I meant because you came up with this other idea.
So then I was thinking 80s replicables, because that would be great. Just watch all 80s movies.
Mm-hmm.
Especially when we're doing Stranger Things.
80s was still, that was when we decided we could do Back to the Future and stuff like that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
But then Hess talked you into doing training day.
What if we just did training day, and then that's the transition into the 80s? We do our training day, and after that, we're 80s.
That'd be fine with me.
Okay.
But I totally...
And then we could do them like this, too, with having Hess on here, because with this, if I have it set up correctly, I could hit soundboard buttons, and Hess can hear it.
Yeah, that's perfect.
So it would work that way for me.
But wouldn't you want to come to my mom's and do it?
I mean, if he could come over,
wouldn't you want to hear my mom fucking quote Denzel?
Yeah.
I mean, honestly,
I would prefer doing it in person. Obviously, that's always more fun and always a better conversation.
Yeah.
For sure.
All right, I'll text
her. Joey Coco Diaz can't be there though.
Yeah.
Who?
You don't know.
I always forget the lady's name that was there that day.
Mary.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Joey Coco Diaz.
She's not. You know who Joey Diaz is?
No.
Oh, he's a comedian.
I think Nick would like him a lot too.
Yeah, I think you would actually really enjoy his comedy. He's kind of like you, where he'll say things that you probably shouldn't say.
I don't say shit I shouldn't say.
Do you wanna refer back to what you call me normally?
Dildo?
You're like, hey, blank. I want to show you a clip.
Drum?
That's not the name I'm looking for.
Does it rhyme with maggot?
Yeah, it does. You guys want to wrap this up and go play Warzone?
No, let's keep talking.
So. I think we should.
I think we should keep talking.
I don't think we should. All right, well, thanks for watching, everybody. We're one episode away from finishing You Season 1, which is kind of crazy.
It's not that crazy. It's been fucking 10 weeks.
Pretty darn quick.
Pretty darn quick. I agree with you. It'll be interesting to see how the Zoom stuff works out and how we'll have to tweak it and get it going for us. But, you know, I want to shout out Taylor. Thank you for letting us use your Zoom.
Oh, yeah, because she's going to hear that. Because she watches all of our shit.
We were going to have to pay for it, but she let us use hers. So thank you, Taylor. And we'll see you guys next time.
Such a nice little girl.
Exactly.
That sounds a little creepy.
That was fucking the creepiest thing you've ever said.
Really creepy, actually. What a nice little girl.
She's the nice little girl.
I didn't know we were doing a podcast with Chris D'Elia over here.
Oh, dinger, dinger.
But we'll see you guys next week for the finale of You and maybe more White Claws. We'll see if you enjoy this or not.
No.
Maybe some
We're not doing more White Claws. It's fucking gross.
Oh, maybe some Kinkies.
40s.
No. No.
Why can't you drink a fucking 40,
All right,
you fucking pussies?
I'm turning everything off. Bye.